one of the ways to develop your vocabulary skills is to practice going from noun to verb to adjective and to adverb. In this exercise, I'll show you how you can take a word in any one of these 4 categories. These represent 4 of the 8 parts of speech: noun, verb, adjective, and adverb. And try to fit the word by changing it in each of these 4 groups. Let's take the verb create. You can change create to an adjective by adding an IVE ending. Just drop the E. Create becomes creative. As an adverb, it's creatively. Creatively. It's fairly common to take an adjective and add an ly ending to create the adverb. The noun form of this word is creation. The word creator is also a noun. This is his creation. Creation is a noun. He creates art. This is a verb. He's very creative. This is the adjective. And he thinks creatively. This is the adverb. There are many different suffixes for different parts of speech. In another lesson, I can go into this in more detail. But for now, some of the suffixes that you'll see in this lesson are the NESS suffix, which is often used for nouns. Iffy or ify is used with verbs. The ly ending is used to make adverbs. The ate ending is used to make verbs. The ful ending is used for adjectives. And this ion ending, often you'll see a T here before it. This is used when making nouns. Next, let's use the word imagine. This is a verb. You could use imagine as a noun if you change it by adding a suffix to this word. The noun is imagination. As an adjective, you can use an IVE ending just as we did with creative. Imaginative. Imaginative. And the adverb just adds an ly to this word and becomes imaginatively. So a simple word like imagine can become imagination, imaginative, or imaginatively. She uses her imagination. Here's the noun. She imagines new ideas. Here's the verb. She's very imaginative. This is the adjective. Notice the IVE ending. She does things imaginatively. Add ly to imaginative to form the adverb. Imaginatively. A word like happy as an adjective becomes happily as an adverb. The y changes to an I and then add the ly ending. As a noun, happy is happiness with an NESS suffix. There is no verb form for happy. Sometimes there's no way of changing a word so that it'll fit one of these categories. Here's the word happy as an adjective. They are very happy. And as an adverb, it becomes happily. The Y becomes an I, and then you add ly. They are happily married. Their happiness, here's the noun, is easy to see. But it doesn't work as a verb. I can't think of a way to change happy so that it would fit in the position of a verb. So that just doesn't happen. Clean as an adjective becomes clean. As a verb and as an adjective, it has the same form. As an adverb, it becomes cleanly, and as a noun, you take this word and add another suffix, ness. I think that's how it's spelled. Cleanliness. The Y changes to an I, and then you just add the ness ending. The place is clean. Here's the adjective. Someone cleaned it. Here's the verb. This place is known for its cleanliness. And here's the noun. The adjective for this word could take many different forms. It's possible that you could use cleaned or cleaning or cleanly, or you could pronounce it cleanly. This word, cleanly or cleanly, becomes cleanliness. You can see the ly ending here. The Y becomes an I, and then the ness suffix is added. This ness ending is often found for adjectives that change to nouns. Sad becomes sadness. As a verb, you can use it as a verb, and it becomes sadden. To become sad is to sadden, or to make someone sad is to sadden. As an adverb, just add ly to sad, and it becomes sadly. We are sad. Here's the adjective. The situation saddens us. Here is a verb. To make the verb for sad, just add the en. Sadden. We're experiencing sadness. This is the noun. Sadly, this is true. This is an adverb for this part of the sentence. Some words don't change at all, going from one category to another. If you take the word play, for example, play is a noun, but it's also a verb. To make it into an adjective, add a suffix, add ful, and then to make the adverb, just add ly to playful. Then it becomes playfully. Play, playful, playfully. The dog plays outside. Here's the verb. She likes to play, or she likes playing. In this position, here the infinitive and here the gerund functions as a noun. She's very playful. The word playful is an adjective, and playfully is an adverb. Another word that does almost the same thing is care. As a noun, care. As a verb, it's also care. As an adjective, it's careful. And as an adverb, it's carefully. I'm a careful driver. Here's the adjective. I care about other people. Here's the verb. I drive carefully. Here's the adverb. Just add ly to careful. And I drive with care. This is a noun. It's the object of this preposition, with. So here is a prepositional phrase that provides information about how I drive. If you do this often enough with any word found in one of these categories, you'll find that your vocabulary will begin to develop. And you can do very imaginative things by going from one category to another. But it is something that you have to practice. Let's take the word motivation and change it to a verb, adjective, and adverb. The verb form is motivate. As an adjective, it's motivated, or it could be motivating. The word motivate is a regular verb, and in the form of a past participle, it's motivated, and as a present participle, it's motivating. Remember that past participles and present participles can function as adjectives. Here's the verb motivate. Down here are the four principal parts of the verb motivate. So here it is in the simple form. This is the past tense, motivated, and the past participle is also motivated. The present participle is motivating. These two categories can be used here as an adjective in the form of a past participle, or as a present participle can often function as adjectives. So you have a choice. You can use motivated, say someone is very motivated, or she's a motivated student, or the present participle motivating as an adjective. A speech can be very motivating, or an experience can be motivating. And as an adverb, you could add an ly ending to one of these. It doesn't always work, but in this case, you would probably use motivatingly. Just add the ly ending, motivatingly. She spoke very motivatingly. Of course, just because you can do it doesn't mean that it's always a good choice. What motivates you? Here's the verb. What is your motivation? Here's the noun. Have you had any motivating experiences? This adjective has an ing ending for the word experiences. He spoke motivatingly about his topic. This adverb provides information for the verb spoke. How did he speak? He spoke motivatingly. Of course, remember, just because you can do it doesn't mean that it's a good idea to use an adverb in some cases. It might not sound that good. The garden is beautiful. Here's the adjective. It beautifies the area. Here's a verb, beautify, in the present tense. Gardens provide beautification, or gardens provide beauty. Both of these words are used as nouns. Those plants go beautifully together. Here's an adverb for the verb go. The plants go beautifully together. A common irregular verb like drive can change to driver as a noun, or just drive. This can be a noun or a verb. And as an adjective, you could use the past participle, driven, or the present participle, driving. Each of these words could go before a noun and function as an adjective. But as an adverb, I don't think there's any way that you can change this word to use it as an adverb. You can try, but it might not sound good if you added ly to any of these. In this last example, we'll take the word drive, the meaning for which is not for a car or for a vehicle. It's actually for a person's inner motivation. He's driven. In this case, driven is an adjective. It's in the form of a past participle, and here it's an adjective describing the person. Ambition drives him. Here's the verb. He shows a lot of drive. Here's a noun. Drive can mean ambition. The opportunity to succeed is a driving force. All of this is functioning as the subject. Here's the verb. And then the word driving is an adjective for the word force. The opportunity to succeed is a driving force.